a gold plan, a silver plan, and a bronze plan.
Just a second, have you talked with Eric about this?
I've not talked to Eric about it. I talked to NGT about it.
He was running around.
He was in the treasurer's office a few minutes ago.
They covered it.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry.
I did talk to NGT about it.
I'm sorry.
So they got a couple different plans. I didn't hear about this until about a month ago, if even that. But anyway, the bronze plan is $1,200 a year, $12,000 a year. The gold plan, silver plan is $18,000 a year, and the gold plan was, I'll find it here. Gold plan was something else. Anyway, so I did call the other sheriffs that built it at the same time we did, Davis County and Alameda County. Alameda County does not have a plan yet, don't know what they're going to do for sure. Davis County went with the bronze plan. They also have what's called a phone plan in here, and the phone plan is they would contact our IT people and talk to them over the phone and try and get through it that way. I brought a bunch of things here to read, and I made copies, and I got mine all jacked up when I did it, I guess. The bronze plan was, like I said, $1,000 a month, and with that, they would do an annual trip to Forest City and do a cleaning and different things like that of our equipment.
What can they do that NGT doesn't do?
Well, that's just it. I honestly don't know, Mike, and that's why I'm throwing it out.
What is the original warranties on all this stuff?
What's that?
The warranties on this equipment.
It runs out on August 4th.
So it was only a year.
Yep.
We're not very proud of their stuff.
So this is the page right here where it talks about what the gold plan does, the silver plan does, and the bronze plan does.
Farm equipment even gives 3 5-year warranties for stuff that farmers are using.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But about 2 weeks ago, we did get struck by lightning out there, or something happened out there, and we blew a whole bunch of stuff, and they were able to talk to Andy, who got us up and running again before NGT got there. And it wasn't anything more than replacing some fuses, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But if we didn't have some sort of a plan, it would have cost us. If it had happened after the warranty, it would have cost us money to call them on the phone. So the bronze plan provides 24/7 telephone technical assistance, 1 scheduled annual maintenance visit, and 8 hours of annual programming assistance. Gold plan, silver plan, and then the phone plan. Anyway, I'm just wondering what you guys think I should do.
My suggestion would be to get a hold of NGT.
Which I did, yep.
Okay, have Eric and the 3 of you go over this.
Okay.
And if you want to serve, that's fine too.
Okay.
But how much is their hourly fee? I mean, if it's not.
Where was it? It was in here. It's back page, I believe.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this seems to me like NGT would
120.
cover at least.
That's online. Programming assistance, on-site service, 120 is the same for that.
But you get travel.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with any of this, Eric?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Dave, you want to just real quick synopsis here again?
So what this is, Eric, you can look through it if you want. Accurate Control has what they call a gold plan, a bronze plan, silver plan, and a phone plan.
For the lock system.
All the technical equipment out there at the new building, the jail doors and the, all the electrical and stuff. And he wants to do an extended warranty on it. And so that's what I'm here talking to the board about. The bronze plan is the cheapest. Well, excuse me, the phone plan is the cheapest, and that was like $9,000 a year, if I remember right. The bronze plan was $12,000 a year. that's the bronze plan. Silver plan is 18.
Where are these guys out of? Where do they come?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
They want, with a contract, they're, to get here would be $1,600. Without a contract, it's, $2,000 to get here.
Yeah, they're spending, there's no question about it.
Is it usually a computer problem that causes the failure or the actual lock itself?
I'm sorry?
I mean, is it the actual lock itself that is failing or?
We haven't had failures yet.
I don't think there is. What is on average? That'd be a question to ask them, what fails most often, because I would think that NGT, given, maybe they've got to buy some kind of software or something from them, would be able to take care of anything on the computer end of it. And the other part, mechanical stuff, I mean,
Can you
can't be that
override this
complicated. It's,
manually?
We do have keys to override, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So, yeah, like I said, I don't care one way or the other. I'm asking you guys for guidance, The bronze plan is what Davis County went with. Like I said, Allen County doesn't have a plan at this time. The phone plan was 9,000. The bronze plan was 12,000, and for that extra 3,000, you get a one-time-a-year trip out here to do routine maintenance, stuff like that. And I think that's all really that they have.
Let's put her off a week, I think. Let us read through this real close. You and Eric and NGT get together.
I've got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
NGT's contract with you, is it a guaranteed rate? I'm trying to remember how that works. Or is it they will do up to so many hours per year?
I think we pay them X amount of dollars, and it's a set amount, and then per year, and then they, if there's any hardware or anything like that, that would be additional. Yeah.
Okay, so does that contract cover things like this?
Well, I'll talk to them about it when I talk to them.
Because we're already paying somebody else to do pretty much the same thing.
and that, if I'm gonna pay somebody to come in and be a computer technician to fix this stuff, I just assume pay somebody that lives here in the county.
Yep, I agree. That's, like I said, I'm just throwing it out to you guys. I'm just asking for guidance.
But we better verify that NGT will do this after.
Yeah, maybe they want nothing to do with it too.
But
I talked to Jason Wooten about it, and Jason didn't seem to have any problems with it. Jason is the one that went out to Accurate Control with this one that went out there initially.
And if they need technical assistance, they can call the place for $129 an hour. That's pretty cheap.
Yep. So.
Okay. Put her on the agenda for next week, or? Is that-
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Too early? You want a couple weeks to do this?
Nope, whatever it takes you guys to go through it is that's all I care about, and I'll get all the,
Well, NGT.
NGT is here, and I'll talk to Eric, and we'll get it all together and get it worked out. Have that copy, Eric, and go through it yourself.
Does NGT have a copy of this?
Yes, yep.
Okay.
Thanks for looking at it, Eric.
I've got something that goes with the warranties out there. We did the 11-month walkthrough. This is a email we got from John Hanson. Of the 35 items on there, about 9 of them have been
Let's do
addressed.
this on open forum.
We're doing an open forum.
Extended warranty.
We got extended.
We can talk about it.
It makes no difference to me.
Okay, let's add it in there. But go ahead.
I basically wanted to just bring it to your attention. I don't know where any of this stuff is at. No one has contacted me with the exception of the email on the back, Matt Brace from Cresco Builders, trying to schedule time to work on the water getting in that roof. Last time we had a hard rain, K2 here videoed it. Pretty hard to deny when the dispatcher hears it dripping and you look on the video and see the water running down to say it's condensation. So we got that off the table, I think, finally. The rest of the items, I don't honestly know where they're at or what's going on, but I didn't want you guys to be out of the loop. This was supposed to be addressed by the end of July, according to this email. Well, today's the end of July. I just wanted you to be aware.
What's the ball?
I don't know.
What's the what?
It says paving on the west side of the vehicle sally port has small stress cracks by both bollards.
Bollard is the concrete pole outside the door to keep you from banging in, am I correct?
Yeah.
Wasn't asking
Asking
you.
you to come up to the word. Vocabulary word of the day.
I have no idea, but I do now.
I can show you about it.
That's the first I've ever heard of that one.
Oh, man. Use it all the time. Usually on the trails so that the cars don't.
Is there anything you want us to do, or?
I don't know how you want to address this, Mike. This stuff is supposed to be taken care of, and I'm not confident it is.
And everybody on this list that's involved has been contacted, they know they're supposed to be fixing it, right?
Well, so what we've got, I don't mean to interrupt, but we were told to contact John with all the deficiencies that we have. John in turn is supposed to contact the subcontractors. And the subcontractors are supposed to answer to John. I've contacted John a number of times. I've sent in 50-some reports of deficiencies, and we've got maybe a handful of them taken care of at this point.
I would actually like to contact Kelsey and have her write a letter to John and the contractors and tell them
Before the end of the month.
that they need to get this taken care of.
That way we
Taking
can
care of
confirmation.
or extend the fact that it's already been reported, that it's still.
Yeah, it's been reported, it's recorded that it's reported,
Yep.
and,
And nothing's been
right,
addressed on some of these.
we should have held back $250,000 payment and said fix it first. Quite honest.
I think the more we can document, the better in court we'd end up if we have to go after somebody.
Well, here's another one for you. What's a penal pack?
A what?
A penal pack.
Wow. AJ, that's up to you, bud.
Which number 20? Number general population shower head came off the penal pack.
That is the unit on the wall for the shower. It's got a shower head that controls. It's stainless steel. It's just basically a shower head and controls.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Another one, do you know what silencers are for door frames?
That,
Silencers for door frames, what they are? That's a new one to me.
Neither Kevin and I have been very happy with our results with John. I don't mean to speak for you, but would you say that's a fair assessment?
probably cushions on the doors.
Door frame,
Bang.
door frame type stuff,
Okay, so how should we proceed? Kelsey?
I think that might be, in my opinion, that might be the next step, just to get people's attention and say, hey, you can't keep putting this off.
Well, and are they trying to put it off until it's outside the warranty period
Wow.
and say,
I don't know how that works, but
I would want to get, I would either demand immediate service or a guarantee that the warranty is gonna be, I mean, being these have been reported before the warranty expired, that they're not gonna all of a sudden come back. And I had that happen once.
because all these items were from that walkthrough we did that day, that 11-month walkthrough, and it was gonna be addressed, and some of it has, and yeah, some of it hasn't.
Yeah, there's a large number here that happens, so.
Well, here's another one that maybe you know. Number 11, ball valves, currently at the back of the chase. What's the chase?
Just the utility closets, I guess I'd call it.
Kind of hidden areas behind the walls.
Hidden areas almost impossible to get to. Areas.
Okay.
And so they have lawyers writing us with all those fancy words.
Do you want to get together with Kelsey and tell her generally how you want this written, or then she can do it, or? I'm asking.
It doesn't make any difference to me. I can speak to her. Do you want to speak
I'll
to
talk to
her?
her.
And if you need to call me in, call me in, and
Just give her a copy of this.
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we've done everything so far that we've we can, and we're still waiting for the service to be done.
Yeah, because there's some big items on there. Those are the ones that concern me the most, obviously. The solenoid valves, the ERV drain thing being uphill, and the leak in the roof. I mean, we replaced the ceiling tiles that we could replace once, they have them ruined again. So we're not gonna do that anymore. So, yeah.
Okay, now does it leak when it's just a relatively normal rain?
No, it's usually
Just the big
Driving
rain?
rain.
Yeah.
but he tried to write it off as condensation.
Condensation.
And,
So what?
huh?
That should be.
That's, you're exactly right, that should still be taken care of,
Yeah.
but he was saying it wasn't leaking, and we said,
And it's a
Yeah, it
different
is.
contractor when you're talking about that.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my guess is that driving rain is blowing wind inside of the units on top of something up there isn't sealed properly.
Yeah, well, and we talked about a hood on the air intake in that ERV and different
Something
things.
to cover the whole thing so the rain can't.
The intake is just open to the west. The smaller ERVs, there's a hood on it, and it's, other than splashing up, you're not gonna get any rain in them.
Yeah,
The big one that has the most draw, that's wide open.
yeah.
And part of that drain maybe being sloped the wrong way, maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not gonna act like I know somebody else's business, because I
Have
don't.
you found out, is there an option for a hood for that unit?
Mechanical Air was gonna check on that, and of course, and did not get back to me.
Mhm.
So I don't know if when we had the dirty filters, a lot of the progress kind of stopped there. Well, it was all the dirty filters, and I'm not saying that wasn't part of the issue. We've had 2 leaks. One was a day after we put in brand new filters, and one was about 2.5 weeks after we put in
They were
brand new.
telling me that it wasn't really the filters
Well, yeah. So,
coming from just a practical.
what one of the guys from Mechanical Air told me is if there is not an option available and it does not screw up the engineering of the unit, says we make hoods all the time. They just go in their sheet metal shop and bend it, fit it, put it on. So I would think something could
Just
could
want to make
happen.
sure you get the same volume.
Correct.
Yeah, you build a tent over it.
Yeah, you don't want to screw up the engineering of it. So anyway, I wanted to bring it to your attention, so how you wanted to proceed with that.
Thank you.
I've done that, so.
All right,
We need immediate attention. Tell Kelsey that letter needs the immediate attention. Okay. Scott?
Good morning. Other than the 2 contracts I'll talk about here in a minute, we have been working on the bridge on the north side of Newton 3, and that should be open soon or by the end of the week, and at that point they'll move on to the bridge on the west side of Logan 24, which is a mile west of Scarville and south off the blacktop there.
What section is that?
Section 24. Mile west of Scarville and then south to the bridge there on the gravel. Again, shouldn't be too much inconvenience for the public. These are gravel roads that if anybody's using them, they should be passenger vehicles and not trucks anyway, so move as fast as we can on these projects and we'll keep plugging away on them.
Okay.
So, I don't know, we got a list of 5 or 6 of those structures plus bigger pipes for our crews to do, and so heavy load for them, but they'll do a nice job. And they have no trouble getting it all done this year. Other than that, normal maintenance.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have nothing.
did you anybody get a chance to take a look at 480th up there?
I didn't get any notes from Mark on that. I didn't see it myself. I can follow up with Mark.
All right. Yeah,
Okay. All right, let's go to contracts.
So, the first contract is for bridge replacement, Newton Township, Section 16. It's the west side. It's by a Branstead property there. Contract is with Ragus Brothers. We had, the contract is for $127,155. We had $200,000 in the program. And so things are, the bid numbers look good there. We had at least 6 bidders on each of these jobs, so I was very pleased with the way that they turned out.
Yeah, they didn't quite get quite as far under the contract estimate on the next one.
The second contract, right, for the one in Linden Township, Section 21 on the north side. Excuse me, let's see.
Somewhere around this is really.
I mixed up some numbers for you, but the first one is the one that we had programmed 400,000 and the contract 397.6.
That's
Third.
Newton. Just reset.
I'll repeat it.
Yeah.
First one, Newton Township, Section 16. The programmed amount was 400,000. The contract amount 397. Second one there in Linden 21. Program amount was 200,000. Contract is for 127. So I apologize for the error there. But, Ragus Brothers is the contractor for both of the projects. Low apparent bidder.
What's the timeline?
Both of the projects have a late start date of April 1st of 2019, actually. So if they happen to be busy or behind, they could possibly wait until next spring to do those jobs. We'll know more here in a couple of weeks after the contract is approved and we have a pre-construction meeting. Be my preference to get them done this fall, as we don't have to work around primary nesting season dates, some things like that. And then each of the jobs has 35 and 40 days respectively, working days. And working days are pretty much any days with good weather, and should be plenty of time, especially for the smaller box.
What was it? These were receiving like state or federal funds or something, so they had to be bid out the way they were?
Yep, these are 80% federal funds and 20% local. And as you remember, the swap legislation that passed through here this last section, that will change for future projects. But we will still bid some projects through the DOT with swap funds, because that's what they require for those funds. For these jobs, we do pay locally and get reimbursed through that federal funding. So the notes I have on that, unless you guys have any other questions.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract for bridge replacement in Newton Township 16 for 397,600, was it?
630.
What's that?
397, 630.
630. With Ragus Brothers.
I'll second it.
Motion by Terry, second by Bill to approve the contract with Ragus Brothers, bridge replacement, Newton Township, Section 16 for $397,630.
Excuse me. That's the numbers I mixed up. That first, oh, it's correct. Sorry.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, I think you got it.
That's
All
good.
good?
Yep, all good.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract for bridge replacement in Linden Township, Section 21, for $127,155. 127, what was it?
155.
155.
I'll second it.
Motion by Bill, second by Terry to approve the bridge replacement in Linden Township, section 21 for $127,155 with Ruggles Brothers. All in favor, say aye.
I
Opposed, motion carried.
was just gonna say, I said, I probably should have put Rogers Brothers on it.
These contracts, as I've mentioned, are electronic, and that's why I don't have them printed off. I could maybe print them off for you, but I'm still kind of trying to figure out what
You sent
to,
them in an email, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw it there,
Yeah.
so.
trying not to have a folder a foot thick for the project, so.
Okay.
This is Chris.
Hi, Chris, we're ready for you.
Okay, thank you.
Quiet down. You could probably leave it open. It's loud for a while. Good morning.
Good morning. I don't have anything except for, I did talk to Norm Howen last night about DD12, about possibly having it not be a trustee drain anymore, and they want to. They want to give it back to the supervisors.
What is that process?
I read,
Trustee.
and they have to do a petition, which a majority of the persons owning land within the district, they just have to sign a petition, say that they're willing to do it. And then it has to be fixed a date, not 10 or more than 30 days from the date of petition, filed for the canvass of the petition, and then the trustees and the auditor shall canvass that petition and certify it in the drainage record, and then it goes back to you guys. So it's a very simple process. They just have to make sure that they turn over all paperwork that they would have, anything like that.
So if you currently have files on their district or not?
What we have, yes. If they have anything, I don't know.
And we want to give all of ours back to the farmers.
No. No. Well, and especially